following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN and WLCNonline.com present Inside Run with Joe Ryan, as Joe talks with head football coaches from around the Central State 8 Conference. And now, it's time for this edition of Inside Run. Here's Joe Ryan.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Inside Run. I'm Joe Ryan, your host, and we're going around and visiting the Central State 8. Today we're standing on the new field at Memorial Stadium with Coach Don Goff of the Lanphier Lions. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing fantastic. Welcome to Lanphier.
Well, thank you. This is a whole new look for Lanphier.
Oh yeah, I've been part of the CS8 since inception, 1993, and I played on this field back when we weren't part of the CSA back in the 80s.
No face mask.
Yeah, I know they had face masks back then, but man, to have this nice turf field, new lights, they have a video board, Jumbotron type thing.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. They really put a lot of effort and thought into this.
Well, I came here many times for the old stadium. I just loved it. It was so nostalgic, and you knew what you were getting into. This is beautiful.
Oh yeah, this is beautiful, and it's still got the room for standing room only. I remember those games in the early CS8 years when Lanphier was playing SHG, and it was like standing room. All the stands were full, people all around the fence. I hope we get to that point again where people come out and just really want to be part of the see these facilities.
And this is yours now. You got locker rooms behind us. I put them in the video.
Oh yeah.
You got locker rooms behind you now.
Yeah,
right here on the field.
Yep, we haven't had a chance to move into them yet, so we're in the process of getting the occupancy permit. But as soon as we get that, we'll be moving in right over there. Nice concessions, bathrooms. I think the crowd's really going to enjoy this place.
And football is your real job, but part-time you're a chemistry teacher over there, right?
Well, actually, my full-time job is I teach AP chemistry at Lanphier, and just come back and coaching, and just love doing what I'm doing.
Well, I want to back up now and go back in time, and ask you about your college days or your hometown, and how you ended up here at Lanphier today.
Well, actually, I graduated from Lanphier,
Mm-hmm.
So in 1988. So I had a chance to do that. Went and got my degree in chemistry, and then I taught at SHG right out of college, and then got a chance to come over here. Chuck Lamini gave me a call, came over, and I met John Oakes over in the weight room. It was the first year of the CSA.
John, I think we can both do good impressions of John.
Yeah, just got to let you know that Coach Goff you can come down to the weight room and help me out a little bit. So anyway, I started off.
We're going to bench press.
John, I'll tell you what, he was strong man.
He's a strong dude.
Yes. He was probably about my age, a little younger than me now, but when he was first coaching here, and I saw him deadlifting 600 pounds. I mean, Coach Oakes is really strong.
He's paying for it now.
Well, yeah, I mean, but hey,
he's a strong guy. Good dude, John Oakes, good boy.
So that's how I got started in coaching football, and then did that here until about 2007, and then went over to SHG for a little bit, but eventually found my way back over here
back to
Lanphier.
Hey, boy, did you go over there and learn anything at SHG?
A little bit, anytime you have a chance to work under someone like Ken Leonard, you really learn, and it's a lot different than what people think. I mean, they coach them hard over there. It's not like they get some people, but I mean they still coach them up hard, and you got to respect what they do. Yeah,
they got a program going on over here, and I'll tell you that I heard we're going to talk about numbers, but with this new facility and the field, those big numbers can start coming your way.
Oh yeah, so our varsity numbers are up pretty decent. I mean, we're pretty young. We got more sophomores and juniors, and we're starting to get some seniors out. But we had 35 freshmen the first day, 41 the second day, and our numbers, I didn't check today, but they've toggled between 45 and 50 kids at the freshman level.
Wow, those are big numbers.
So yeah, probably close to about 100 in the program.
Wow, good numbers then, Lanphier, because I know they were down for a while. Numbers are down for a
while.
Yeah,
we were not too bad until COVID, and then after COVID, our numbers dipped quite a bit. So we were having, I remember practices where coaches were holding bags because we didn't have enough scout team players.
So I imagine since you've done all this, you get garbage cans and stuff out there, and it's just not the same thing, is it?
No, it's better to hit live bodies.
Yes. So I know you've coached at several different positions, but now as the head coach, which What's your main thing? What are you gonna do?
Well, I coach. I mean, I do coach the position still, but my job is to oversee everything. Put the structure together. But I'm one of those people that believe that if you bring guys in to coach, I'm gonna let them coach. So now they're going to get held accountable for what they coach. But yeah, I've got some great assistant coaches, and they've really done a fantastic job this year working with the kids.
Who's doing your offense and defense this year?
So Coach Cumbie and I, we work with the offense, and then he also works with receivers. I work with quarterbacks, and then my defense guy is Paul Kennedy, and he's been with me since prior to COVID.
So you know what? It's nice to be able to just manage the game, watch things. Not that managing the game, you're not doing anything, because you are, and you're on that headset hearing it all, right?
Oh yeah. So Coach Cumbie and I work together and getting the calls in to the offense. It takes a team effort. Make sure that we're communicating. Also, when we get to the sideline, the instant replay type stuff. Making sure, the O-line coaches, they do a great job of making sure they make adjustments. Make sure that we're blocking the guys we're supposed to block. But no, it's a different thing. When you're the head coach.
Yeah, when you're the head coach, it's a different thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Lincoln's been out. That's why we're doing this. Lincoln's been out of the Central State 8 for a while, and we're trying to catch up with people and this and that. Just over the past 5 years, how's Lanphier been, and how are your lower levels? I can never say that word.
So I don't know how they were necessarily prior to me coming. I think they did a good job coaching them up. But in 2017, my first year, I actually had John Oaks as one of my assistants, and Jim Coslino and Melvin Jordan and Omer Moore. So basically that same group that was with John back when we won the CS8 titles. And so they came back and helped me for a year. A couple guys stuck out another year or two. But some of the guys that coached over in Lincoln.
We had Omer and John and Nesbitt over in Lincoln.
So John did that for a year. Omer stayed on a couple years. Now he's down in Tennessee enjoying life.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's
with Tommy.
Yeah, well, no, Tommy's still in Peoria.
Where's Tommy?
Peoria? Tommy's still in Peoria. So every once in a while, Omer comes up, see his kids. So, but yeah, that's been a wonderful thing. In fact, John Oaks came by today just to say hey, and I didn't expect that when I saw him Saturday, and so he popped in here and had a chance to talk to him today.
Yeah, he's one of a kind.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Well, let's talk about this year. We got some returning lettermen back from last year.
Not many. I mean, we're going to be fairly young with experience. I like the kids that we have. I mean, they really are working hard. They're coming together. The chemistry's starting to come together. But one of the challenges we have here at Lanphier is the mobility. So we got a lot of kids that come and their families move in, they move out.
Sure.
And I think that's part of what my calling is here, to kind of love on the kids that come in and out. And hopefully we make a difference in their lives in the short time they're here.
Sure. You got them to be good young men.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we want them to be good football players, but we want them to leave here, better men.
What do you think your strength will be this year?
I think it's a little bit early to tell. I mean, we haven't played anybody. We didn't even get our helmets from reconditioning until the end of July. So we actually
sore noggins, don't you?
we actually borrowed helmets for the FCA camp. We took 19 kids to Fellowship of Christian Athletes camp in Jacksonville, and that was really good. And then when we came back on that Thursday, we went ahead and went out to Taylorville and had a chance to do a combined practice with them and Athens. And, that was the first time most of our kids were in pads. And they'd been in helmets a couple days, make it legal, but that was the first time that they had hit anybody, and Nathan's is pretty good. I mean, I think up front, I think they're going to be really good.
That's the one thing about you got to get used to those helmets, used to those pads, and then be able to play them, not just put them on.
Oh yeah. So it's going to be, like I said, I'm not sure exactly what our strengths are going to be. I'm starting to see those, but I hate to say something, because sometimes all of a sudden that kind of backfires on me. It's like something I thought was going to be a strength.
That's why we ask these questions.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was going to be a strength. May not be, but I think we're going to be. I mean, we're going to be. We have more linemen this year, and I think we're fairly decent up front. I mean, defensively, the guys are starting to buy in with the techniques we're asking them to do, instead of just running upfield and get trapped and things like that. But closing things down. And now we got to get them in shape, but I think and we got some size up front. I think We got a couple guys that are well over 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'5", and then we got some guys that are ranging between 3 and more. So
you might be hanging your hat on defense this year.
Possibly. Defense, I like their attitudes and the way they're running around. We still got to tighten some things up. We got to tighten up the communication between, how it is in defense. You got to communicate, not. So those are the little things that we got to tighten up. The way the linebackers communicate, the way we're communicating strength and things like that. So, but they're coming along.
Good. So then these questions that I asked that that head coaches don't like answering. You got a favorite in the conference this year? Who's the favorite? You think who's the favorite?
Who do I think who's going to be the best in the conference?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's going to be Rochester. I mean,
they're loaded.
I think they're pretty well loaded. I think honestly, if SHG had gone 3A, I think we would have had a state champ in 3A and 4A.
Well, I agree.
No offense to anybody in 3A, but SHG was that team last year. And they, it took SHG to eliminate Rochester. And So I think Rochester's going to be probably the favorite. I think SHG is going to be really good this year. I mean, I know that they graduated a bunch, but they're going to be well coached. Yeah, and they're going to fill in some spots. And I think John Allison's doing a great job over there. And, we don't play him this year, so I'm happy about that. But I think those are probably going to be the top favorites, and then I think after that we'll see.
What about a surprise? You got a surprise team, you think? Lanphier Lions?
I'm hoping Lanphier.
There we go. All right. I knew that answer was coming.
Yeah, I'm hoping Lanphier jumps up there and surprises people.
Well, I gotta tell you, I don't know if the viewers can see it, but we have the bugs that came out.
Well, unfortunately, that means bats will be coming out too.
Well, the viewers would love that if some bats came.
Yeah, well, they're not out yet, so.
Well, I will tell you, I want to thank you for giving us some time and talk a little bit about yourself, and your team coming up, because we need to get to know this Central State 8 again.
Well, I appreciate you coming out
here. We're looking forward to you, and good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you so much.
You got it.
Appreciate you.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.